Hey gang, there's some Beatle items I have here that I want to show. Not a lot, but I got some interesting stuff here in this batch. I had a couple of albums sitting around for a while and I was dying to put them in a video, but I didn't have quite enough to make a video just for the two things. So now that I got a few more, I have enough to make a decent sized video. Okay, the first thing I'm going to start out with is this album, which I saw in a video by Dylan Harrison. And I got it just about the same time he did, and it's this album. It's the Two Virgins album, John and Yoko. It's not an original. I got it for pretty cheap, so that's how I know it's not an original. And it's probably a bootleg or an import or something. Definitely not the original. I'm not going to show you, the picture that's inside. We know the controversial shot of John and Yoko without any clothes on. This particular one, the guy at my record store said that one way to show that this is not an original is if you pull it out here on the side. The originals supposedly have cutouts here. I don't know if that's true or not, but openings, a little slight roundish cutouts here for the originals, and this doesn't have that. You pull it out and you get the John and Yoko controversial nude picture. And on the reverse, the record is in great shape. Never played, and really, why would anybody want to play this record? Let's be honest about it. I don't think in my life I've ever heard this whole album. I used to have it in my original old Beatles collection, but I never played it then, and quite frankly I'll probably never play it. This is strictly an album that I have just as a placeholder, well, if that's the right term I'm looking for, to fill in a gap, to have it, just to have everything complete. I'm not going to say that I would never welcome a copy of the original if I could find it. If I'm ever out there in the wild and I ever come across an original Two Virgins album, and I'll tell you the truth, I don't think in all my years of collecting that I've ever seen an original out there in the wild. But if I ever see an original and it's not ridiculously priced at all, say, what's ridiculous, 50 or under, maybe I would pick it up just to have the original. But since I'm never going to play it, it's not really a big loss, is it? Here's something that I kind of broke a rule about. This is Paul McCartney's Memory Almost Full album, which is difficult to find on vinyl. This is easy to find on CD, obviously. When I say I don't usually do this is I don't really like ordering online. I only order online when I absolutely have to, and I finally broke down and I got this. I saw it for a pretty reasonable price. It's an import from France. I'd much rather have a British or American copy if it had been American. There's no American copy of this yet, unless he reissues it on his McCartney Archive series. But for the time being, I got this from France. Now, I got it from eBay. I don't do PayPal. So because I don't do PayPal, the seller only took a money order. So I had to get a money order. The cost of the money order that I got was $5, plus the shipping was $5. So you're adding like $10 onto the cost of this already. But it's still not bad. It's still within my range of what I'm willing to spend on something like this. I always wonder if it's worth getting these, because there's a possibility that Paul McCartney may reissue these on his archive series. And as I say, this just slides out of the baggie, by the way. As I say, I don't usually like collecting reissues. I want the originals, but the exception may be with some of these albums, because I like the way this folds. It's not really a cover, it's just like a poster. In a way, it's not really a cardboard cover. A poster that just slides into this clear, thick holder. And there's your album. What was I saying? I lost track. Yeah, when it comes for these more recent albums like Chaos and Creation in the Backyard or Flaming Pie or anything from like the 1990s into the 2000s where they're ridiculously expensive, these things are like $200 and up. I can't be spending that much on principle. It's just a lot of money. Okay, now here's a 45, and I got this really ridiculously cheap from my favorite record store. It's a picture sleeve original of I Want to Hold Your Hand, and I saw her standing there, and this couldn't come at a better time because this is the 50th anniversary right here, folks, and I got this at the perfect time. This is almost like mint. I got this very cheap, ridiculously cheap, and I thank the guy who owns my record store for that. Here's something that's not really that exciting. It's the Beatles movie medley in the picture sleeve. Side 1 is the movie medley, and side 2 is the song I'm Happy Just to Dance With You. This is from 1982, I believe. It's got the record in there. Okay, now here's something that I think is very interesting. This is a card from the Beatles, I guess, 10-10 Wins, 1964, an original. These are not the real autographs by the Beatles and Murray the K. This is the Beatles with Murray the K. This was something you got if you sent away for it in the mail, I guess. And I don't really want to show this person's name here. Well, name, but not the address. It's old, from 1964. Regina Vogel. If you're out there, Regina Vogel, give me a comment. Okay, from New York. It says here on the bottom, 1010 WINS in 64. It's an original card, and apparently you got this if you sent away. It's dated August the 6th, I think this date, 1964. Postage 5 cents. And over here in the back, it's from Murray the K, the 5th Beatle. And it says, Dear Regina, members of Murray the K National Fan Club are helping with the 5th Beatle mail. We hope you like the picture. Stay tuned to the Boss Show. That's, and it says from Joanne M. It's signed Joanne M. on the bottom. So this is an original. And he also was nice enough to throw these in for free. It's an original fan club postcard, John and Yoko for Peace. Ringo and Maureen, original postcard. Listen to this, Walls and Bridges ad. Listen to this postcard, 1974, the John Lennon campaign ad for Walls and Bridges. And here's a Ringo Starr advertisement for the Rotogravure album. Thank you, folks.